Hello there guys, how are we doing? So just on the way to the gym, the daily victory. I'm actually on the way to the post office first. Got to drop off some parcels because if any of you didn't know, I do like a little bit of a side hustle, selling bits and bobs online, you know, vintage eBay, that sort of thing. So I have to go to the post office. I go nearly every day, pretty much. And luckily enough, I've got a good relationship with my post office guy, and I basically just hand over like the bag with the parcels in, and he takes them in, and I don't have to stand there waiting for ages because there's usually a fair few. You know, it's alright if there's one or two, but if there's like a few, like 10, 20 sort of thing, it's just easier. So yeah, what a legend. Also, I'm hoping you guys can hear me okay. I've got the mic strapped to my seatbelt because I couldn't get it on this vest top because it was like rubbing on my chin. I didn't want to make that horrible, you know, that like scratchy mic sound you get. Oh, I can't stand that. Anyway, back out in the Mazda again today. It's a lovely day. I was actually going to put the roof down, but when I came out the front door, it was a little bit too nippy. I was like, it's a bit cold, but now the sun's out, it's actually quite hot. So maybe after the post office, we'll put the roof down. Christ, some of these people drive like absolute lunatics around here. Anyway, yeah, I wanted to talk about peptides. Peptides seem to be sort of the trending thing at the minute. I am not on peptides. I thought about peptides, I thought about Reta, because I am on a calorie deficit, like I'm on a cut, as I said yesterday. And the thing is with the cut is, I'm good during the week and when I'm like in my routine. So I'm actually on annual leave from my job at the minute, so sort of just having a few days off just to relax and chill and do some normal stuff. But usually my routine, I go to the gym on my lunch break, and then I work obviously before that, after that. I have like a really good set routine, so like food doesn't really faze me during the week. But as soon as it gets to Friday night and you start getting your Uber Eats and your Deliveroo and your, you know, vouchers coming through online saying save up to 40% or buy one get one free or all of this, that's when, yeah, that's when it gets me. You know, I do fall into that person there, you know, the chosen target audience, as it were, for those kind of things, and I kind of mess up. Listen to the sound of my exhaust, really. Listen through the tunnel. Oh, I never get old. I need to grow up. I'm 28 years old. Anyway, so yeah, like at the weekends it just gets bad, and then there's always sort of like family motive, you know, whether it's a barbecue or a party or we're going to and from or out and about. It's so hard to sort of keep on plan, keep on track and stick to like a diet / calorie deficit. Oh, well, not so much a deficit. You can still eat bad and be in a deficit. Like you can still fit in, you know, a McDonald's meal, or maybe not so much a Domino's pizza because the calories on that are fucking insane. But you know, you can be in a calorie deficit and still eat bad. It just, the problem is you're not hitting your micronutrients like your protein and stuff like that, macronutrients even. And also it's like difficult because the calories are so high in like one certain thing. So you might have really high calories in a Domino's pizza and then you can't fit in any of the rest of the day. And it's like, can you afford to eat nothing before and nothing after a Domino's? Some bad foods, you know, like a McDonald's meal, aren't too bad. Like if you think like sort of quarter pounder meal, you know, isn't the worst thing in the world, calorie wise. But again, still, there's just not a lot of protein in it. You know, you're getting no protein out of a quarter pounder. You know, maybe sort of 40, 50 grams. But with the chips as well, maybe like if you keep it to a diet drink, you're right. But with the chips and a burger, you know, you look at like sort of 800 calories, 50 grams of protein. It's not really a good return. When it comes to peptides, because of my weekend antics, like being bad at the weekends, I honestly just can't help it. Like, I've been on a deficit sort of cut for like sort of 3 months, and I've lost like, I think 18 pounds in total, I think I said yesterday, which is obviously decent, but I'm still about 6 to 7 pounds away from like my goal weight, and I'm not quite in shape where I want to be. But I don't know whether that comes down to the lack of muscle in the areas that I want to look lean, aka the abdomen, because everywhere else, like upper body, arms, shoulders, chest, like I'm happy with, especially on a pump. But like all my fat stores in the lower belly, and that's like the last to go for me. Obviously, I really want to cut it down. So I'm thinking maybe going on Reta for a bit. I'm not too sure, like I don't know where the best source is to get it from, and I have no idea about things like that. It's a bit scary to just chuck something random, like I don't just want to go on Google and type in, you know, Reta pen and just buying the first thing that comes up, because I don't know what the hell I'm buying. But yeah, it's definitely something that I've thought about and that I do want to do. So yeah, let me know in the comment section if you're watching this and you've done it, or you know anyone that does it and think it's good, because from my understanding, it sort of stops that sort of dopamine hit that you get from, not only from food, but apparently you can stop like the dopamine you get from like scrolling on your phone, or like maybe vaping, or just them sort of things, and it can block a lot of that stuff. Like, you basically live like a dog. There's this new trending thing now, basically saying if you want to be like in shape and healthy, just live like a dog. Like just drink water, eat the same meals every day, you know, that kind of thing. But yeah, who knows? But yeah, I am thinking about going on them. So if anyone knows anything, or knows anyone that has any, or sells it, or any like sort of valuable information for me, then please let me know in the comment section. But yeah, I'm thinking of doing it. I think like I want to lose a sort of another 7 pounds, and I keep hitting like a plateau of like, not really a plateau, but I'm good during the week, Monday to Friday, and then it gets to Friday night, Saturday, Sunday, and I can be quite bad, which I think a lot of people do. And like, I don't want to be good all week and starve myself all week to then mess it up at the weekends. Like I said, I'm not necessarily in a surplus at the weekends. It's just probably more at maintenance, but with bad foods. And yeah, something that, you know, I've done for years and years and years, but I feel like with something like Reta, it will sort of eliminate that. But plan for today, gym-wise, we are doing a push workout. It's Monday, so it's the first day of the week, so we do a push. Mainly focusing on the upper chest and front delts push kind of thing. I don't really train lower pecs because I feel like that automatically just sort of comes with training chest as a whole. My typical push day usually starts off with like an incline bench, go as heavy as I can. I usually get to 2 or 3 top sets of like 6 to 8 reps, sort of close to pretty much failure. And then I usually go into like sort of a flat dumbbell press, not as heavy, sort of 12 to 15 reps, keeping it like a little bit lighter, but obviously still, you know, working the muscle. Then I usually go into like sort of side delt lateral raises. When it comes to like push day, my first one, I don't really train shoulders directly, because I feel like when you're hitting an incline chest and a flat bench, and I do dips as well, that kind of all sort of hits the shoulders as well. And then I do like a separate day on like a Friday, I do try and hit chest, Saturday I do shoulders and arms, and I do hit like shoulders direct on that day. So shoulders kind of genuinely get hit like 3 times a week, to be fair, when I now think about it, because I train them on a Monday a little bit. When I do chest and back on a Friday, a little bit of front delts hits with the chest, especially on like the, you know, sort of cable flies. And then, yeah, shoulders I train the day after with arms. But, you know, I'm happy with the shoulder size. I think for me, I just want to get to that sort of goal weight. I want to look more aesthetic. I just need to lose the body fat around the abs. That's all I need to lose, and it's not too difficult. It's really not a lot around there. Like, I forgot to put a picture in yesterday's video, but I'll make sure I put a picture now. My most recent picture, you can see like there's still some fat around there, but it's not like obscene amounts. It's more like, it's going to sound really weird, but when I'm sort of standing up and posing, you can see the abs very clearly. But when I'm sort of sitting down, hunched back, it just feels like blubbery, if that makes sense. You know, I just want to eliminate that and be able to walk around, you know, and feel sort of confident that I've got abs there, you know. But yeah, that's the plan. And then obviously we're sort of mid-July, or we're getting towards the end of July now, 20th of July I think today is. So I think the plan going forward, I was just checking my mic was working, like gym-wise, is to get down to 130 pounds. I want to see the scales reading 130, and then my plan is to reverse diet slowly and go into a sort of a maintenance and cruise at maintenance maybe for a month or 2. Just to enjoy food, obviously not ridiculous foods, but just to be able to enjoy foods again a little bit and stuff like that. Maintenance, and then slowly go into a lean bulk. I've never really done a lean bulk. The thing is with me, like I said, I've got like not a bad relationship with food as such. Like I don't get completely obese or anything like that, but I seem to have in my head that a bulk. What a bulk means is I can eat whatever I want and eat hundreds of it, and just eat McDonald's burgers after every workout and Krispy Kreme donuts every morning for breakfast, stuff like that. Do you know what I mean? Whereas I need to go into a lean bulk and keeping it the same sort of foods I'm eating now in a cup, but just more of. That makes sense. So like at the minute I'll have like tuna rice cakes for lunch. Rather than have tuna rice cakes, maybe have tuna pasta with a fatter mayo, right? So I have light and then light mayo, maybe just have light mayo. So there's a little bit more calories in there, add some sweet corn, pasta, more calories, more carbs. Breakfast at the minute, I have like a small bowl of oats. Now, I'm not a massive fan of oats, but during a cut, they just kind of give me that energy that I need in the morning. Again, probably cut that out and have, you know, eggs on toast, a couple of bits of bread, 4 or 5 eggs or something like that. Maybe a bit of bacon, add in a few more calories there. Dinner, at the minute, I have like pork mince, and I sort of make this like 50% low fat cheese and Nando sauce, sort of mix it in. It makes this like meaty, cheesy, saucy, whatever. I just have that for salad. I have no carbs for dinner. Again, have that with a packet of rice. You know, before bed, I have a yogurt bowl. But I have the low 0% fat yogurt, small amount of it, half a bar of dark chocolate, a little bit of honey, and maybe a banana. Again, I could have more yogurt, maybe have fatter yogurt, add some dates, you know, add a full bar of dark chocolate, not a huge bar like, you know, sort of the mini bars, and add more calories in, but keeping it still healthy, you know what I mean, and enjoying, and maybe get like a bit of a diet plan where each day I eat something different, because at the minute I stick to the exact same thing every day, because I feel like when you're trying to lose weight, you need to eat the exact same things every single day to keep on track, so you know exactly what you're eating when you're trying to change up your diet and all that. But anyway, that's the plan. I'm going to go into the gym now, hit a session, and I guess we'll see you in tomorrow's video.